Okay, we are having another history lesson about the Philippines. Welcome to
What's up, Philippines? Hi guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Nelly.
We're two travel, food and lifestyle vloggers based here in Makati City. We've been living here for a year, traveling through this beautiful country for the past 3 years, and love to react to videos that you guys recommend to us.
Yes, we started doing reaction videos during our quarantine days, and it brightens up our mood. I was in a rather tired mood today and I was not feeling very motivated. Then I switched on the video and I was already super excited. So if you enjoy our videos, make sure to subscribe. We want to hit 100k hopefully soon, and bring you some smiles, and hopefully you enjoy these videos as much as we do. Yes. So what are we reacting to today?
How powerful are the Philippines? Is the Philippines?
Okay, I wonder how.
Me
what
too.
What would be your estimation? What's your thoughts before we watch the video?
Before we watch the video, I honestly don't know. I haven't read myself into the whole military force. I know that I think there are a lot of soldiers in the Philippines. We've met a lot of amazing soldiers at checkpoints throughout the country, so I guess pretty powerful. We also met a lot of people from the Coast Guard and the Navy. So
very true.
Yeah.
And during Sinolog, we saw there was a military truck of soldiers being part of the parade, and we saw the people reacting to the military, and I was really amazed how people celebrate their soldiers. So let's get into this video.
Since 2012, the Philippines and China have gone head-to-head over the ownership of the Spratly Islands in the South China Sea. These islands are important stopover points along nautical shipping lines, and both countries have bolstered their navies in preparation for a fight over these territories. Recently, a Chinese Coast Guard vessel even reportedly used a water cannon on a Philippine fishing boat for operating in the disputed region. This got us thinking, could the Philippines actually defend itself against China? How powerful is the Philippines? Well, the Philippines has a geographically powerful position, both militarily and economically. Since the nation is essentially a collection of large and small islands, it has no shared land borders. This gives them a defensive edge against any possible attacks. Also, the Philippines happens to be almost exactly at the center of trade routes between many other large nations, namely China, Japan, and Australia.
Okay, I really like the intro.
Yeah.
Gives me a very good overview of what's the situation, what's the how do you say? Not the problem, but what's the weak point? What could be the weak point, and how is it handled? So I'm going to be informed in a very short second.
In addition to a profitable trade industry, the Philippines has a strong agricultural sector, and they are leading producers of coconuts, rice, and pineapples. They also have a growing retail and customer service industry with about 53% employed in the field. Companies in
and also business service sectors.
Yes.
Very strongest the country with the most growing in that industry. Sorry.
Communications, hospitality, and food services are growing fast. Although the Philippines isn't nearly as wealthy as some of its neighbors, the country is known for its rapid economic growth and has been called an up-and-coming Asian tiger. With a GDP of $272 billion, the Philippines could soon rival the bustling economies of Singapore and Malaysia. The Philippines.
Okay, this is something that I did not know as a fact. It was just something that I felt was already there. For us, the Philippines feels like a rising star, and seeing it from a foreigner's perspective, we did not know so much about the Philippines, but living here, we learned a lot.
Yeah.
Also through our reaction channel here, a lot about the history, so really good to know.
Has a huge population with more than 100 million citizens. That's as if 3 times the population of Canada was stuffed inside the state of Arizona. The nation's capital, Manila, alone has almost 13 million residents, making it one of the largest megacities on the planet. One of the most popular Filipino citizens is Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao grew up in poverty, but went on to become a boxing icon and a dominating force in pop culture, politics, and other sports. Although around 25% of the population still lives in poverty, Pacquiao is a huge source of inspiration for many Filipinos. His upcoming fight against Floyd Mayweather is expected to captivate the entire country. Millions of fans will be tuning in and rooting for Pacquiao in what's being called the fight of the century. In fact, the crime rate of the Philippines has been known to drop significantly during his boxing matches.
Fun facts about the Philippines.
Yeah.
The Philippines has a significant military, reportedly 220,000 active frontline personnel, but their equipment remains outdated. Globally, the country's military ranks 40th in the world. Compared to China, with more than 2 million active soldiers and the second highest rate of expenditures on defense in the world.
How big is the Austrian army?
I think it's like 20 people. I read somewhere that the Chinese army is one of the biggest employers worldwide.
It's not the US.
I said one of the Department of Defense in the US is the largest employer worldwide, but it's then the Indian Army and the Chinese Army and Walmart are then like the runner-up. So crazy.
The Philippine Army appears lacking. However, the Philippines has a secret weapon, the United States. The two countries have had friendly diplomatic and economic relations since World War II, and in 2014, both signed an enhanced defense cooperation agreement. If China chooses to attack the Philippines over the Spratly Islands, the U.S. will step in. Therefore, by association, the Philippines is a moderately powerful nation, and it has a promising economic future. If you want to find out more about Manny Pacquiao, his big fight on May 2nd, and more about his political role in the country, check out this video from our friends at TYT Sports.
Cool.
What are you expecting to see from Manny Pacquiao in this fight?
Obviously, the first thing you're going to see is his speed. You know, his hand speed. Everyone loves and talks about Manny Pacquiao's hand speed, but the thing that I noticed the most is his footwork. Incredible footwork, creating angles while punching.
Thanks for watching Test Tube.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Really cool video.
Cool video, but I feel like I want to know more.
Yeah.
I feel like I just got a glimpse of information, but there's so much more to that. So if you have any recommendations to help us with this in this matter, please send us a message on Instagram at NELLY'sLife_ and and Making It Happen vlog. What? I'm sorry, I can't talk anymore. Okay, sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Send us a message with your reaction, recommendation if you know a good video that goes a little bit deeper into this topic.
Yeah,
It's just
and also it would interest me like what kind of equipment do they have here in the Philippines? Like fighter jets, which ones, and tanks and so on. Here's another fun fact about Austria. All men in Austria have to go to the army or civil service when they turn 18. There's only an exception if you, like in the midst of going to university, or if you just started a new job, they make exceptions and you can push it up for 1 or 2 years. But there's no way getting out for 1 year. Every Austrian, but only men. Women don't have to, but all men have to do it.
God.
And they pay you a little, very little.
Very little.
Very little
It's
wage.
so little.
It's like a year of no income in Austria, basically. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Aren't they getting rid of that?
I don't know.
Yeah. And there's also, before you serve, you have to go for a medical examination where they, test everything.
Yeah.
And they have a thing, it's called fliegertauglich, which means you are healthy and fit enough to become a pilot. So everybody strives to become that, to have because then you get to pick where you go in the army, which is nice. And then there's something that's called untauglich, which means you're not suitable for the army in general, and then you don't have to go.
Yeah.
And my brother was not suitable, and all his friends were coming out, they're like, yeah, pilot, and he's like, yeah, I don't have to go. Because he can't hear some high frequencies, so yeah, I had to go.
Mike was peeling potatoes in the kitchen.
I wasn't just peeling potatoes in the kitchen. I served my country. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, head on over to Instagram, Making It Happen vlog in Nelly's Life. Give us a follow, shoot us a message. We post a lot of fun stories from our lives here in the Philippines. And if you want to see some travel, food, and lifestyle vibes, head on over to Making It Happen vlog. For now, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you Next time,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow, on
What's Up Philippines?
Bye bye.